Let's talk about how to keep your fresh cut Christmas tree looking fresh through the entire holiday season. The worst thing that can happen with your Christmas tree is that it dries out because by that time you've already got it in your home, it's decorated, you've got company coming over, you don't want a dead looking tree. Plus, once that thing completely dries out, it starts to become a fire hazard as well. There are 3 steps to keeping a fresh tree, and they're all pretty easy to follow. Let's get started. Step one is start with a fresh tree. So we have an advantage because we buy direct from a farm. These trees have not been warehoused or kept on a truck for too long. So they are fresh from the start. You shouldn't see any browning needles. The branches should be nice and soft and supple. The tree should also be nice and heavy because once it loses the moisture content, it's going to be very lightweight. If you pick that thing up with one hand super easily, that's not a good sign. The next thing you want is a fresh cut. It's very important that you cut a disc off of the trunk of that tree because whenever that tree first comes in off the lot, the bottom's going to be sealed over with sap. By cutting off a disc, you're going to open it up where it's going to be able to absorb water, which is super important. And lastly is fresh water. You must keep your tree in a stand that has a bowl or a reservoir. That way you can continually add water to it and it will be able to uptake or drink the water that's in the bowl. It's also important that once you put it in the water, you check that water level daily because sometimes if that tree is thirsty, it will pull all the moisture out of the bowl. And if it actually goes dry, it could reseal over again and then not be able to uptake that water. Now, as far as adding something to the water in order to try and preserve your tree for longer, that's actually a myth. There was a study done by Michigan State University that showed that just fresh tap water or fresh water that you have is the best thing for that tree. So no need to add sugar or vodka or anything else to that water in the bowl. Now there is a product called Wilt Proof that can be sprayed directly onto the leaves of your tree or your wreath or your fresh cut greenery. And what this does is it helps stop the transpiration. So it helps stop the leaves from losing water. And this can be very helpful for keeping those fresh. So once again, those 3 steps are start fresh, do a fresh cut, and keep fresh water in the bowl. And you'll be on your way to have a Christmas tree that will last all through the holiday season.